on the extent of the cult. Yeah, so I knew this guy, and he started working where I was working, and something off about him right away. And that he's demonically possessed, that's no doubt. He's full of demons. He claims to be a faithful Christian, but he's not. He's a Gnostic mystic, okay? Not a faithful Christian. He lies, he steals, he's a bad character. He has no benefit, like, he pretends to be one thing, but he's actually doing other things. Like, he has ulterior motives that he's proven that's what he does. He's always backbiting, he's always insulting me publicly, and privately he'll be like pretending to be fine. As soon as we go public, he's disrespecting me publicly. It's a tactic. He's in a cult, and when I was talking to him about cult behavior and stuff, he doesn't want to talk about it, and he reveals that he knows he is in that cult. He's part of that cult. He doesn't want to tell me because you will get killed. But that's what he is. An example of what he had said too, which reveals him. I met his family, and his family is like completely. It's like a circus. It was like a circus. He had like 30 people living in his house, and but he had his younger brother. He's got like stepbrothers and stepbrothers. I don't know, like 7 stepbrothers, but like one of his brothers or his nephew or something. He's kind of like a little demented, I'll put it that way. But he had like a wrench or something, this big heavy wrench that was in the garage, and he's like, Dad, he's only like 8 years old, and he goes, "That's a good murder weapon. I can use that to murder people." And he was like, he's proud of that. And the guy I'm talking to was proud of it too. He goes, "Yeah, I love this guy. This guy's good. He knows what's right." So this is a satanic cult-minded family. They're all Satanists. And he's pretending, as a Satanist, you just lie. And even, you'll see that, because the whole established church is this way. The modern church is satanic. It's completely evil. There's nothing different than the satanic church and the Democrat Party. And the Democrat Party is evil on every issue. It's not like people were talking about like 5 years ago, recognizing it now. But that Trump is now there. They're just scapegoating Republicans for what the mafia is doing, because Trump said several times, he goes, shoot, this corruption is bigger than I thought. Oopsie, is even bigger. And then the next year, it's even bigger than I thought. And it's so big that they said, enough's enough. Do what we tell you. Things are going to start to go really sideways for you, and we're not playing games with you anymore. I think that's what happened with Donald Trump. You saw that like maybe several months ago. There was some indication, things are different now. This cult got, and still, where do we need to go and where we're going? And who is preventing us from going where we need to go? So to be unified in humanity, that's the gospel. To be unified in humanity, be honest, to be a mystical person of the Jezebel spirit, that's the church. They're doing that. They are totally satanic. They say you have to be in tune with the Nephilim people. Look how great the Israeli technologies are. That's God. That's God manifest. So they're giving Satan the title of God. They're giving Satan the title of God. That's the Israeli occupation. And you can talk to these people all day long, and they're so proud about their whatever stupidity they believe, because they believe in murder, and they're not going to budge on that, and they're totally murderous people. I've seen thousands of these people. You can't reason with them, and they're going to pretend that they're benevolent, but they're always going to be just murdering people, and they're not going to change. That's the cult. That's what I say, like how big it is. It's so many people who are so much more evil than you imagine, and they're trying to tell you that they're good people, and they love God, and they're so holy. It's sick, and that's the level of, and it's so big. They're again in Pittsfield, they were having these bonfires with, it must have been hundreds of people, would be witnessing these huge bonfires, but nobody. It's not like an official sanctioned thing by the city, but it's something that's happening right under everyone's nose, and there's people getting murdered. That's the cult. That's the cult. All those houses that are watching this, they're all doctors and lawyers and police, and they're completely in on this. And it's 100% of those people. It's 100% of those people. And then, there's people who are not privy to this, but aligned with these people. You know, that's how it goes. There's alignment that they want everybody aligned this way. Like if you go to a college, it's narcissism, stupidity and narcissism, and that's it. You go to any kind of corporate office or any kind of commercial business, it's already been taken over by the academics who believe murder is truth, and that's progress. There's no more, as they said in academia, they told me that they don't do academics, they do social policy. There's the same in the job market. It's just murder for money, and it's just to protect the elite bloodlines. That's it. You're just a sycophant for the elite bloodlines. That's the entire political sphere. That's the entire academic sphere, and that's even the commercial sphere. It's the same. They've taken over, and that's what's going on.